the mighty mollusk present.
Hey there! Did you know that some of your clothes contain plastics and that washing only one load of synthetic clothes releases millions of microplastics into the water?
Oh, what? Really? I didn't know that. What even are microplastics?
Microplastics are tiny pieces of plastic ranging from 1 micrometer to 5 millimeters. They can either be produced on purpose for products like toothpaste or cosmetics, or be created through bigger plastics being broken down by chemical or mechanical processes.
They're being found everywhere in the world, from the deep ocean to the Arctic ice, but also in remote regions, like here at the Tärna Marine Station in Sweden.
In the bay here, thousands of unique species thrive. An example are bivalves like mussels and oysters. On top of being economically important, they are of biological value because they filter their surrounding water with their gills.
Bivalves suck in water, take in oxygen, and remove particles, like phytoplankton, which are suspended in the water and fed upon. But if microplastics are in the water, that means they also feed on them. The aim of our study is to find out how the microplastics affect the physiology of these animals, for example, their respiration.
In order to study the bivalves, we first needed to collect specimens and bring those back to the lab. They were exposed and acclimatized over 40 hours to 3 different microplastic concentrations. We measured the dissolved oxygen concentration over a span of 2 hours to see if there were differences between individuals of different treatments.
Our results show different behaviors for bivalves that were exposed to different concentrations of microplastics. The dissolved oxygen concentration for the oysters exposed to the local waters decreased, while for oysters exposed to microplastics, the oxygen concentration stayed stable or increased.
So does this mean that microplastics lead to more dissolved oxygen in the water?
No, we wouldn't say that. We rather think these results are due to human error. We might have introduced new oxygen into the tanks while performing the experiment.
Oh, so does this mean that microplastics don't affect the bivalves after all?
Well, not really. We carried out a second experiment to study the feeding of oysters. We saw that the oysters in local water fed and depleted the available food within 15 minutes. On the other hand, the oysters that were exposed to higher concentrations of microplastics did not feed at all.
We do think these changes are due to microplastics because when we opened up some individuals, we actually found microplastics on the gills of the oysters exposed to microplastics. We also found microplastics in their feces. This indicates that microplastics go through the oysters' intestines, which could cause them to get stuck in their digestive system or introduce chemicals in their intestines.
Our results indicate that microplastics have a negative effect on bivalves.
Oh geez, that's horrible. Next time I'm buying clothes, I will avoid buying synthetic clothes that can release microplastics into the environment.